Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
That is one funny clip. I don't know if people, during the breaks, if you're listening, depending on where you're listening to us, we play different prank calls and just funny things during this third commercial break. For people who heard that last one, the gist of it is that the guy's reading an email which is describing the opening theme from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he's reading it as someone's story, and it's funny. It gets me every time.
Very funny.
But hopefully people get that, you know?
Well, I know you're a big fan of the show. I am too. Not as big as you, but
right.
I think most people would get that.
DonateYourAccount.com/David Pakman Show. People ask me how they can help out the show different ways. Obviously, we talk about membership and reviewing us on iTunes. Here's a new thing. You go to DonateYourAccount.com/David Pakman Show if you're on Twitter, and you can donate a tweet either a day, a week, or a month to us, which basically means once a month or once a day, once a week. When we send out one of our tweets, your followers will automatically receive it. It will automatically be retweeted. So we're building this network, so I encourage you, DonateYourAccount.com/David Pakman Show. Get on there. Give us a donation. If you can't do a tweet a day, a tweet a week. And it will vastly increase the reach of the show. I think it's a great idea, Lewis.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but it sounds pretty good.
But you've heard of Twitter, right?
I think I'm aware of this Twitter, yeah.
Remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about Republicans wanting to redefine rape with the obvious goal of what, Lewis?
Of dealing with abortion.
Preventing access to legal and safe abortions. That's right. Well, the House Republicans have actually caved on the redefining rape bill. They have removed the forcible rape language from the bill, according to Politico, and it was going to set women's rights back literally by decades. But it's not over. I mentioned the idea of making the rapist the victim in that discussion. Well, a Georgia state lawmaker wants to redefine rape victims as accusers. I am not going to tell you whether this lawmaker is a Republican or a Democrat, because it is so obvious which party they belong to. It would be an insult to our audience for me to say this is a member of one party or the other. You know what party they're a member of. Lewis knows. I know. It doesn't have to be said. So I just won't say it. It would be an insult. Their name, I will tell you, though. It's Bobby Franklin. And Bobby Franklin doesn't like the term rape victim. In fact, the bill he has introduced mandates that state criminal codes refer to these people as simply accusers until there is a conviction in the matter. So you might say, well, if there's no conviction, then the victim's just an accuser, right? Wrong. Very, very wrong. Embarrassingly wrong. Pathetically wrong. First of all, you can be a victim of rape. A rape kit has shown, yes, you have been raped. The rape has been confirmed. You're still an accuser because a specific individual has not been maybe even found or convicted. You're not a victim in that case. That doesn't make sense to me, does it?
No, but I can see where he's going with this.
According to the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, 60% of rapes and sexual assaults are not reported to the police at all. According to a statistical average of the past 5 years, the rapists, of course, never spend a day in prison. Are those not victims? And factoring in unreported rapes, do you know what percentage of rapists actually spend a day in jail? Just a day.
I got no idea.
Take a guess.
Okay, I'll say maybe 15%.
6%. 6% of rapists ever spend a day in jail when you take into consideration that it is inherently difficult to get rape convictions and that so many rapes go unreported. This will not encourage more rapes to be reported. If you are going to be labeled as an accuser, not as a victim, and that you are actually going to be, your story is going to be put up for scrutiny, which it some level is reasonable. We need to be sure that there are not false rape claims. But saying until you have a specific conviction, you are not a victim, you're an accuser, it is unbelievable. I think it's a sad reality that for some reason it's easier for society in some respects to believe that a victim would fabricate this type of crime than to believe that a person is capable of committing certain atrocities. And it really has a chilling effect for victims who are already having a difficult time coming forward. That's Jennifer White, the attorney for Family Violence Prevention Fund. To diminish a victim's ordeal by branding them as an accuser is an essential questioning of whether the crime committed is a crime at all. That's the bottom line. If your house is burglarized, and are you not a burglary victim until a specific burglar has been convicted? No. If your house gets burned down by someone, it's confirmed the house is gone, it was arson, someone did it, but no one's been convicted. You're not an arson victim? You're an accuser of arson. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
This won't pass, though.
I hope not. I don't know. The poll on davidpakman.com rates Sarah Palin's GOP nominee chances. Will have results soon.